Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the online computer classes offered by the Harrison County Library System. My name is Jeff Conwell. I work at the Orange Grove Public Library. Welcome everybody. This is the second part of our Internet class, Internet 102. We're going to learn more about Internet terms, specifically what a web browser is and what a search engine is. A web browser versus a search engine. What's the difference? A web browser is simply a software application used to locate, retrieve, display content on the World Wide Web, including web pages, images, video files, and other files. A search engine is a program that specifically searches for and identifies items in a database that correspond to keywords, characters specified by the user, and used specifically for finding particular sites on the web. The best way I know to think of the difference is a web browser, and this is the best web browsers of 2021, is like the car that you're driving on the internet. What is the best way of getting around on the internet? The search engine is like a part of the car, but it's not the whole car. And we're going to go compare the points for each one. But the best browsers of 2021 are, going from left to right, you got Firefox, you got Microsoft Edge, you've got Opera, you've got Google Chrome, and then you got Vivaldi. Firefox is the best browser for power users and privacy protection. The specifications, meaning the operating system that it works on, it goes across everything from Windows, from a Mac, to Linux, to Android, and the mobile software, which is called iOS. Reasons why it's easy to download. The reasons to download it and it's to use it, it's incredibly flexible. It goes across many different cross-platform uses, and it syncs with, meaning that it goes in time with everything that you're using. So like if I'm using it on one device, it's going to remember what I did on that device, and it'll be good for the other one. It's got good privacy protection, and the reason to avoid it, it's actually a little bit slower than its rivals. Microsoft Edge, Microsoft got into, saw what Google was doing, what Google Chrome was doing, and so they reinvented themselves, and this is a much improved version from their old Internet Explorer browser. And it goes across Windows, Macs, Android, mobile devices, and Linux. And the reasons it's to download and to use it, it's very, very fast. It's got crystal clear privacy tools. It can save sites as apps, as actual apps. The reason to avoid it, Windows really wants it to be the default browser. And I speak from experience. It was very difficult for me to install Google Chrome as my browser on my Windows Go device. It's like a portable tablet, because that's what came with it, was Microsoft Edge, and it took me forever to install and actually be able to use Google Chrome on it. So anyway, then you've got Opera, which is a classy browser that's particularly good for collecting content. It goes across the platforms, Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and the mobile software operating system. And the reason to use it, to download and to use it, it's got built-in proxies, it's got great security features, and it's a very nice interface. The reason to avoid it, it's some part of it which is called Opera Turbo, which compresses data from the internet so that the loading time is faster even when your connection is poor. It's only available now through on the mobile devices. Then, of course, you got the world's most popular browser, which is Google Chrome, and it operates, again, across all the systems, Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and the mobile operating systems. It's very speedy. It's built for speed, actually. It's very expandable, and it goes across all these different platforms. We're going to actually have a class on it coming up, and I really do like Google Chrome the best, but that's just me. But the reasons to avoid Google Chrome, it can be resource hungry, it can take up a lot of memory on your computer, and people kind of freak out that it remembers so much of what you do. So anyway, Vivaldi, finally, is you can build your own browser with unique docking and tab stacking. If you're a techie, you'll already know what that means. I don't know half of what all that means, but the way that you have your tabs, the different things that you're on the internet, you're on one browser, but you got many different things open. Those are called tabs. And the way you arrange it, even the way it looks, you can do it all on your own with Vivaldi. And it goes across Windows, Mac, Linux, and Android, but notice it doesn't have, I don't know that it's available through the mobile devices, but it's incredibly customizable. You got a lot of creative interface features, and it supports a lot of these different, remember we talked about extensions, the add-ons that Chrome uses, but it's very bad for procrastinators. So if you don't want to go build your own wheel, don't worry about it, but Vivaldi is good if you do want to have more control over how you operate on the internet. Now, this is an article from cnet.org, and if you would just do a search on the internet for privacy needs, and on CNET, you might find this article, but if you take a picture with your phone, you can type all that out on a search. But anyway, that's for another time. These are the best search engines for 2021. And you got Google, Bing, Baidu, Yahoo, Yandex, Ask.com, and DuckDuckGo. We'll look at a comparison for each of these too. Google Chrome, it provides quality research results in their easy-to-use interface. It updates its results and features regularly. It has the largest single catalog of web pages. And the API is I forget what that means, but give me a second here. API is see, I don't know everything on the internet. It's an acronym for Application Programming Interface, which is a software that allows two applications to talk to each other. So each time you use an app like Facebook, send an instant message, or check the weather on your phone, you're using an API. Anyway, the cons are that the platform catalogs the browsing habits of the users and share its information with advertisers. That's why, see, like you're on your phone with Google Chrome, you're looking at a shoe store, the actual products in the store. You walk away from the store, and all of a sudden your phone just has all these ads about shoes on it. Google tracks all that. And it delivers so many results that it's hard to check them all. Then you got Bing. Excuse me for a second here. I've got to pull this up to find the cons. You see me at work here, okay? I have no qualms about you seeing me work. Bing, it crawls hidden and unhidden content equally. It means that it goes through everything. The search engine ranks home pages but not blogs, which is again is an online blog that somebody has written out and anything. Anyway, we'll go into that in another class on blogging. But it boasts an outstanding video indexing, meaning it catalogs it really well, so it's easy to find videos. And then the cons is it's slower results when compared to Google, but the forums are often ranked low in the search results. So it's kind of particular about how it ranks different things on the internet, and it might be a little harder than Google to find stuff. Baidu is, first of all, let me do what I did before. It is reason for it being like this is because I'm actually we're looking at this on Google Chrome as a browser, and I'm using the interface with Google Drive, so it can actually read your slides that I'm making for you. And anyway, the Baidu is its excellent features, high quality search results, is backed by one of the largest artificial intelligence and internet service companies in the world. It's got plenty of advertising options, but, and that's a big but, it's highly censored by the Chinese government because it's made in China. The integrity of the search engine has been questioned from time to time. So you might not get the full truth of what you're looking for if you use Baidu. And then, oh my goodness, this got all messed up. Let me show you this with the original all nice and set up for you. Thank you for your patience with our technical difficulties. Okay. Okay, Yahoo, it offers comprehensive organic results. Its shopping search has more features and options than any other search engine. It boasts other services such as Yahoo Finance, Yahoo Mail, Yahoo Answers, and several other mobile apps. The cons include it's unclear of labeling of ads, make it hard to distinguish between organic and non-organic results. An organic result is a method of entering one or more search terms as a single string of text in the search engine. Organic search results appear as paginated lists or based on relevance to the terms and exclude advertisements. One of the biggest things that happens with people when they get on the internet, the first few hits they get are ads. And it's not always clear that they're ads. So when you do that first click and the first thing that you find right under your search, you feel like all of a sudden you walk into an infomercial. And you wonder, how the heck did you do that? Well, that's a little bit what Yahoo does, and it's very frustrating. But anyway, Yandex offers world-class, locally relevant search results. Its image search option is one of a kind, meaning it's really, really awesome. It can be customized for different countries, so you can read it in a different language if you need to. It provides a geocoder, translation, places, and static map services. But it collects user data like most of the other search engines, so that's bad. But it might actually be really good to use as a search engine. Here at the library, we only have two of those web browsers that we use, and it's Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge. It's not the same as a search engine, but I just wanted to make that point. So anyway, Ask.com isn't one been around for a long time. It's got many different web search tools. It's got different types of search types. The toolbar puts search at your fingertips for Microsoft Edge and Firefox users. You can get coupons and great details. Its speed is consistent. You can preview how the website looks before clicking on it. You got different types of documents offered, a database of over 300 million for answers and questions. Related searches and related questions help you get more information, and you can change the theme of the home page. There's no translations available. It doesn't show ranked results. It's a directory, therefore all the info isn't accurate, and not all Boolean searches work on it. And we'll talk about Boolean searches later, but that's if you put stuff in quotes when you search for something. If you change it from and or, you'll get different results. But like I said, we'll go into that later. If you have a question, you can't type it out just as a single word, and also you can't search music. So Ask is kind of old, but it's still okay. DuckDuckGo is very good for privacy. It doesn't track or catalog a user's information. It delivers fast results, and it features a clean and straightforward interface. But the results aren't personalized, and it's got a limited image search results. So we got some exercises for you to do. The first exercise is to search your name. So I am going to do just that right now. I go on Google Chrome, and I am going to open up a new tab by clicking that plus sign. Like I said, next week we'll do a class on Google Chrome, and you'll see more about it. But my full name is George Jeffrey Conwell. So I'm typing out George Jeffrey, well, I thought I was typing. Okay, there it is. George Jeffrey Conwell. Yeah, that's what I meant. So that it just got my dad's name. He named all his sons first name George. I assure you I'm still alive, but my dad was born in 1939 and he died born in 1939 and he died in 2011. So I'm curious to see if they have any images. That's my mom. She just passed, God rest her soul. And if I scroll down, this is me on Facebook. Somehow it's on Facebook. These are a post from a cousin of mine. So you can go and find many different things. PQ. I've never heard of the PQ, but that's another one. And I never knew there was a George Conwell in Kenosha, Wisconsin. George M. Conwell, that can't be my dad because he's since passed. There's a George Conwell with the same middle initial who lives in Ocean Springs, and just a couple years younger than me. So, anyway, so that's Googling your name. You'll probably be very surprised, as I just was, about stuff like that. Then let's do the other exercise, which is going down to this. Okay, in the address bar, if you type in BBC News, you can do that. We did that last time, but I've got some websites open here that I want you to look at, and you can just type the words in and then go there yourself. But let's look at some of these. They look really interesting. This is a list of, I did the most interesting websites from 2021. And this one is called, well, that's a thing about the safety for the internet. This one's called, the search I did came up from a thing called B-Bomb, but it's the 50 most interesting websites for 2021. And this one's here is called This American Life. It's a blog about the news. You can keep up and you can listen to stuff about stuff that happened. And they've got like personal experiences with it. You've got how stuff works, and you can just about search anything about. I want to do something that sounds crazy, but it's lost wax technique of casting metal to make jewelry. Lost wax technique. How to bake a cake, lost wax casting. Well, there you go. Oh, that's another government website from China or something. That's not what I wanted. But you can find a lot of stuff on how stuff works about stuff. And like if you go home and garden, 12 uses for vinegar, you can watch videos, they got all kind of stuff like this. Does your fridge water taste bad? Here's how to fix it. How to clean an oven. How to clean a microwave. And all kind of good stuff. And then you've got over here, you've got, this is the Smithsonian Magazine, if you're like me and like history. Of course, this is an offer for you. You'll get a lot of these that pop up when you go to a website. We're trying to get you to subscribe to the magazine or whatever service they offer. Anyway, again, this is the menu. This is their homepage. This is their menu with different things going on, stuff at the museum that's happening. And then let's look at Smart News and see what it does. This is just the very latest things that come up. And every time you're going to get that subscription thing, they really want you to buy their subscription. So if you want to look at an article, where do the ancient Etruscans come from? You can go through and you can read the article. It's got a nice little statue there. You got ads stuck in there, and just read, the information. And a lot of times at the bottom of an article, something like this, you might even see how to share it, but with social media, which we'll be doing next week, as well. Okay, this is a really cool site. It's called Pixel Thoughts, where if you get stressed out, you can, let me reload the page. You can put a bad thought in this little circle, and it plays some really relaxing music, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it goes away. But it's a kind of a online meditation for 60 minutes, 60 seconds meaning. So you click on that, and it plays some really nice music. So if I put bad thought, like I never have enough time, I put time in here, and I say done, and it says, it keeps getting smaller and smaller, and you just relax and watch your thought go away. So that's an interesting site. It's called Pixel Thoughts. This site here is The Onion, which offers kind of offbeat news, but it's very relevant. It's been around for a long time. A lot of political stuff in it, if you're interested in that type of thing. Okay, and there's their menu. They have what's called a search engine, like with the library site, that's got a place where you can search the catalog. You can search on the website for certain things and look for them easier than just trying to scroll through everything. So you can subscribe to the site. These little 3 stripes here mean that it's like a menu that you can look through everything. And my computer's kind of going slow here. But they break it down like that. And you can use these different sites. They've got for the company that is The Onion is a part of this Go Media, and they got other sites that you can visit. This site here is called Mubi.com. I just found out about it. It's really cool. It's got movies that you can watch, as long as you have an internet connection, and they're limited on how many they have, but they change out every day, so you'll have to watch what you want to watch when you see it, because it won't be there the next time. Like, this is the film of the day. It's from South Korea. We got a bunch of different offerings. Truth or Consequences, and that's not even half of it. So that looks really cool. It's called Mubi, M-U-B-I. Okay? And there's another site that's called, believe it or not, agoodmovietowatch.com. So if you want to say random, you can look at, you can even choose by your mood, and you can find the categories. So this is going to have, different movies. They'll give you a little blurb about it, and then they'll have a review. But that's a really interesting site. It's called A Good Movie to Watch. You got music if you like music. And what you do is, it says it's a self-adapting system that learns about the outer world by asking its visitors what they like and what they don't like. And then what you do is you click on it, and one of your favorite bands is whatever, another one, and another one. Let's just do kind of craziness. Dan Fogelberg, tell you my age here. Dan Fogelberg. Let's do, I like Howard Jones. and let's do Depeche Mode. So we got easy listening, 80s pop, and then kind of, not punk rock exactly, but it's new wave, Depeche Mode. So then when I click continue, and it will tell you different kinds of music that you may like. So when I put the music on, I can listen to it and say, I like it, I don't like it, I don't know. Okay? Pad-a-tap, I'm not really sure about, but I think we're running out of time here. So anyway, the world is your oyster with the internet. This is a game that you play that whenever you click something, it's going to make a sound. It says press anywhere on the screen and turn up the speakers. So when I left click, it's supposed to make a sound, but I have it on mute still. So I'm taking it off of mute, and I click. It's a great way to spend your time, just kind of, you need to take a break from something. It's interesting anyway. And then you've got Not Always Right is another site. One of the ones that kind of scares people, but it's called crimemapping.com. And you can type it in and see what's been happening around your house. It might be kind of scary, but still, it's crimemapping.com. I didn't spell it right. Crime mapping. And what you do is, like if you want to go to that site, you can say near location and just put in your zip code 39503 and hit enter. And these little signs are different things that have happened. You can even go back in time and see how many more. So you can see these, I think, are robberies, larceny, assault, there's a wreck, and all this other stuff. But they got so many different sites to choose from. All you need to do is get out there and play. So anyway, I hope y'all learned something from today's class. Remember, my name is Jeff Conwell, and my email address is librarydude1999@gmail.com. All you got to do is drop me a line and ask me a question, and I'll do my very best to answer. Thank you so much.